Yo, how's it going? And Skyline, and welcome to my channel. So, it's another week and another reset. So, let's have a look on what's happening in Destiny this week. So, we are looking at our last reset of the season, and the new season 23 will be here with new exotics, new dungeon, and some new buffs being applied to a range of existing weapons, especially the Almighty Thorn and the Vex. But more all about the new content and goodies will sadly have to wait to next week. So let's dive straight in and have a look at what's happening in Destiny 2. Now, before we do jump in, if you could hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up, that means so much more and really helps my channel to grow. So, this week's full breakdown, we start with the bonuses on the Vanguard playlist, the Gambit, and not forgetting the PvP Gurus Crucible. And the node for the week is Mayhem. We also have the rotation of the exotic mission and legendary dungeon, including all farmable weapons. We also have the weekly raid on rotation, and not forgetting the Master Crota challenge, the bridge. We also have the last Grandmaster of the season, and it's the Battlegrounds on the Moon. It's not the first time this season, and hopefully most will have builds available to conquer this GM. So, let's have a butchers at the breakdown, and the first up is the exotic mission, the Vex Obscura. So, the exotic that drops in here is called the Dead Messenger. It's a grenade launcher, and once the mission has been completed, this weapon is fully craftable, offering a few new perks. Plus, we have the amazing legendary weapons, all farmable and also fully craftable once the pattern has been unlocked. So, if you've missed out on the Season of the Risen, now's your chance to farm before the season ends. So, let's take a look at what weapons are available for you to be able to craft. So, we have the solar grenade launcher, that is called the explosive personality, a wave frame. They're amazing. We also have the stasis bow under your skin, the amazing Peace of Mind kinetic rapid fire pulse rifle that was used a lot in PvP. We have the stasis heavy machine gun called the Recurrent Impact. We have the adaptive sniper rifle kinetic called the Thoughtless. And we have the Sweet Sorrow rapid fire assault rifle for primary. And of course, the exotic Dead Messenger. So don't lose out, guys. Get yourself in there and do some farming before the season ends. So for this week's rotation legendary dungeon is the Spire of the Watcher. It's an amazing dungeon if you haven't had the chance to run it as yet. There is lots of parkour and hidden secret chests. So Eager's Edge does come in super handy in there until the first boss. And the main puzzle feature of the dungeon is switches that you need to turn on in order before your buff runs out. And if you don't have the buff, you can't switch them on. Also, the last boss drops the exotic Hirachi solar bow. There is also farmable legendary weapons, but they are sadly not craftable. And not forgetting the amazing cowboy hat that was the meta in fashion. So I'd hurry up in there and farm if you're after a particular weapons before the season ends. So this week's Grandmaster is the Battlegrounds on the Moon. As we know, it is going to be the last one of the season, and certainly it's not the easiest. But with the right build and weapons, you should be breezing through. So, the Nightfall champions are Barrier and Unstoppable with Void Threat and Void Solar and Arc Shields. I would recommend 2 Warlocks, 1 with Cenotaph, for the Unlimited Heavy, a Warlock with the Phoenix Protocol for the Well, and third is optional, but to make it easier, a Void Hunter with the Omni, for the invisibility, or the Titan with the Banner of War. Either are super handy and make the Nightfall a lot easier. And all should be running rockets because you'll have the unlimited ammo. And one using the Gjallarhorn for the Wolfpack rounds. So the adept weapon is the Void Braytech Osprey. It's worth farming. So don't forget, this is the last GM for the season, and it will be a bit of a wait for the next set of Grandmasters to be released. So last but not least, the raids this week. So the raid on rotation is the Root of Nightmares. It's a brilliant raid, plenty of parkour, very colourful and brilliant graphics. And the whole raid requires buffs, light and dark, and of course speed throughout the whole of the raid. So it's worth, if you've never done the raid before, first time, I would go and check a raider's guide, just so that you get the understanding of the light and dark buff. The rest of it is super easy. The exotic that drops from the last boss is the primary shotgun called the Conditional Finality. It's a stasis and a solar weapon. Was a meta in PvP. I'm not sure now, but it is a really good shotgun and is definitely a must have, to be honest. Plus, the legendary weapons are amazing and should not really be missed, and all craftable once the pattern is unlocked. The armor also looks pretty cool, to be honest, as well. So, here's a table of some of the amazing weapons that are a must have. So, starting with the primary strand auto rifle, that is definitely a must. That is called the Rufus Fury. Comes with absolutely amazing perks, and don't forget it can be crafted. The sidearm is called Michael's Reverence. That's in Strand. We also have Nessus Oblation Void Shotgun, Coraxis Distress Strand Grenade Launcher, and last but least is the amazing Solar Linear. That is a rapid fire 3 burst and it is really, really good. It's called the Acacia's Rejection. And also remember that all of these weapons are also available on Master and are Adept. So it is definitely worth farming these weapons, guys. So, last but not least, my favourite area is Master Crota. So, the challenge is super easy and it is definitely worth doing before the season ends. And if you are still after any god rolls or a different adept weapon or even your first adept weapon, the challenge is called Precarious Balance. Like I said, it's simple to do. We do it every week anyway on normal. So, all you need to do is, like you do normally, is get everybody enlightened except the one person that will be obviously taking the chalice across with the sword guy. So all you need to do is make sure that the person covering the middle plate has to get off before you start attempting to run across. And once you get across, they can then get back on the middle plate. It's that easy. Ads are capable of killing because obviously it is on Master, but heavy machine guns are brilliant to burn down barriers and ads, e.g. Thunderlord. Also, one nominated person to run well or strand, and one person to be nominated to run the tractor cannon. That is optional. They can run across with the chalice and obviously with the sword guy, and what they can do once they're across, they can weaken the gatekeeper with the cannon, and they can do that for the rest of the team. Wells or Strand works really amazing over there because don't forget there is unstoppables and the gatekeepers are super tanky. So it's that easy, so I would get in there and get some farming done. You've got 3 chances of getting a god roll. So the new content is just literally round the corner, so we are going to be counting down the days for the new content. So I hope you enjoyed my channel and my content. If you could hit the subscribe button and a thumbs up, that helps my channel to grow and for me to be able to make lots of content. So enjoy the week, guys. I'll be doing some more content, and obviously Zer is around on Friday, and I will be definitely streaming live on Twitch on Tuesday for the new content. So I will chat and see you soon. Laters.